Hi there, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Not even 3 months away from becoming 85 years old, this old artist still has to make a bit of a living. The old age pension just doesn't quite cut it. I live on 50 acres of semi-wilderness land out in the boonies, where deer, moose, bear, and other critters wander right into the yard. I have to be really careful at night if I step outside for a leak, because a black bear on a black night can be very hard to see. Had one even try to break into the house a few months back. Since we live only minutes away from a beautiful lake, where there are many cottages, to help bring the Lakers into the studio, I've decided to sell a few goodies, like ice cream, chips, and pop, to entice them. I'm not expecting much of a result, but I have the space and I have the time, so why not, right?
Welcome to Golden Unicorn Farm and Trippin' Daisy's Hip Camp. The studio's still there with all of the big art, but my creative little husband has created a gift shop and some fun little treats for you, so let's go on in. Hear the cowbell so that we know that you're here. Look at all of the signs. There's books, there's jewelry, there's fun little things here. There's his Arctic Odyssey and his art. And did you see this? Spend $50 or more and get a free copy of Arctic Odyssey with a $20 value. That's pretty cool. Then he has his card rack. Look at this. Lots of things for everybody. We have giggles. We have fairies, we have art, just a little bit of everything. And then he has created just a little shop. All things ready for you here. And there you go, there's chips and stuff. And then of course, Sarah has to promote her charity and her books. So the book is available here. We have some t-shirts with our messaging. A little bit of information about We're Here For You Canada, because we're really proud of what we're doing. So you can come on in here, you can get a book, you can get a snack, and we just want to say welcome, and we hope you're not expecting much. So when you come, if you don't hear, you can always ring the dinner bell. Okay, thanks and welcome to Golden Unicorn Farm and Trippin' Daisy's Hip Camp. See you soon.
I've partially blotted out a sign I painted years ago when my wife used to sell her delicious baking and yummy pizza out of the house. Man, was that ever good. And I thought you might be interested in watching me hand letter it and complete the cartoon. I expect hand lettering is almost extinct these days, like this old sign painter from years ago. But me and my friends, by friends, I mean my lettering brushes, some of them well over 50 years old, can still do a half-decent job. Besides the lettering brushes, I'll be using one-shot enamels and thinners since the paint is too thick straight out of the can. Since the sign is double-sided, I could have quickly sketched in the letters, but to make it easier and save time, I made a paper pattern using the computer. I've just finished using this pounce wheel to cut little tiny holes in this paper, so I've made a pattern of the lettering. And now I'm going to use some chalk in this little bag to push through the little holes and leave the lettering on the sign to be painted. Now when I take this piece of paper off, the lettering should all be there, an outline of it. And voila, there it is. You'll also notice that I've used tape to make the tops and bottoms of the letters sharp and to also save time. When I think back, I started out with just a couple of brushes and a few tins of paint. If it set me back $100, which might be surprising to some, was a fair amount of money in those days. But holding a brush in my hand, watching it twirl between my fingers to form a letter, still feels like I'm making a connection with a dear friend. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video as I recall those days of painting signs way back when. And if you did, please click a like, or better yet, subscribe and leave a comment. After all, this old artist still likes to make new friends. Cheers, eh?